Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our Soul Tribe webinar for tonight. I am Sarah, and I've been part of the Soul Tribe and the Soul Project for just about 14 months now. I've enjoyed not only the program, but also the business during that time and all the benefits that come with it. You'll tonight hear two different sides. You'll hear stories from each of a couple of people about how the program and products have helped them. And also you'll hear how the financial freedom we can help people with as well. Now, the habits and the healthier habits and financial freedom really work hand in hand, which I believe anyway. So we have our customer base where we help grow holistic wellness and mind, body and soul within our program. And we also help support people grow financial independence to help dreams come true. And without health and wellness and wealth, we've really got nothing. It all works hand in hand, if you ask me. So what we have got really gets all of us excited. We're a group of like-minded people who like to support people in holistic wellness and on all levels of their life, which is really important. So for me, it's a no-brainer. My passion for the product started first and then it came to the program. So for me, it's a no-brainer. My life has changed completely with this. And yeah, that's enough for me for now anyway. So tonight, right now, I'm going to pass you over to the absolutely beautiful Tammy. I've just got to find Tammy's picture so I can transfer her over to you. And I'm going to now pass you over to the beautiful Tammy, and she's going to tell us about the program and the products that we support. Go ahead, Tammy.
Thanks, thank you. Okay, so I'm here to share a little bit about what we do. We have a really heartfelt team of people who have just every objective in their life to reach out and help other people transform their lives a little better and lift their health. And we really have a system, I guess you call it. We really believe in a holistic approach to health. So that's what we're conveying to people, and that's what we're sharing. We really believe in health isn't just about nutrition and what we eat and stuff, but it's a holistic mind, body and soul combination. And so at the Soul Project, we really work on connecting with all three and figuring out how we can improve on all three aspects of that. And so one thing we do is we run some really beautiful programs, and we have a few running at the moment. We sort of have we have a 10-day challenge that we run every month, and we're basing that each month on either mind, body or soul. So we really get into the nuts and bolts of one of those aspects each month, and we really inspire each other and share our inspirations and things along the way. We have a couple of other programs that we run as well alongside that. If people want a bigger challenge or they want to look at, we have a setup where we look at the plate up and how much we put on it, and there's all sorts of things in there, and some of the programs that they might have a lot of there might be nutritional stuff, there'll be a lot of recipes, but there's also a lot of mindfulness and inspiration about just some lifestyle things they're really exciting. We really love them, and we're getting a lot of enjoyment out of sharing them. So that's one aspect of what we do with the Soul Project, is we just organize and set people up and share our wonderful programs with them. And we really, really believe in sort of these three aspects to our health. We have our central nervous system, and we have our digestive system, and we have our immune system. So there's three really vital things there that we address in our programs, and just in the Soul Project in general, that's the kind of thing that we're looking at. And so what we've realized is that a lot of people are really struggling to get the right amount of nutrition in their days and in their diets and things. And so we're just sharing a lot of education about that as well. What we have that goes along with our programs is the nutritional support. And so I'm just going to share a little bit with you about what we offer. We have some wonderful products that are all based on very clean, well ripened, and well grown and very rich volcanic soils from heritage farms that have been, or they've been in the company since the beginning. The company's been making these beautiful products for over 30 years. So originally we have all the products that were created were designed to really super boost our health and really bridge the gap between kind of what we are eating and where our body would like us to be nutritionally. So it really just covers a lot of bases, fills a lot of gaps for us, and really super boosts our nutrition a little bit. So what we have is, first of all, I've got some here. We have some beautiful little caps in these containers. They're funny looking containers, but they're very beautiful ingredients inside. Along with the, so this is our base range is our fruit and veg, and then we like to boost it and step up with some good antioxidants of our berries and things as well. In these capsules, there's over 30 fruits and vegetables and berries. They are there to really super boost our immune system and really bridge that gap in the diet and the plates and what we should have on it and what we generally have. And so they're really, really lovely products, and really designed to boost immunity really massively. So I've seen some really good results in them. The way that they're processed is that they're always grown to full ripeness. They are picked when they're at their peak, they're full of nutrition, and then they're going to be snap frozen and smashed all up and then dried real low so that all their nutrients is contained as much as possible. And then all this beautiful powder is put inside these little vegan capsules. Everything's vegan, everything's plant-based, and they go into the little capsules so that they don't oxidize or age or lose as little nutrients as possible. So that's what we've got there. Beautiful range. What we also have, a little super boost for the brain and the central nervous system, is we bring in the omegas. And these omegas are all plant-based as well. They're vegan. And what we've done is we've gone to the source, or what the fish get their omegas from, which is an algal plant. And our company grows all the algae and everything ourselves, so that it is pollution-free. It's in a contained environment. There's zero toxins and pollutions in it. It's really beautiful, and there's no fishy taste or anything. Myself and some of my friends, we like to pop them in our mouths and then pop them open because we actually like the oily taste. They've got a little orangey taste, so really lovely. These are good focus on the central nervous system, and they nourish the myelin sheath. So once we've got our omegas going in, they're really nourishing all our central nervous system, and that helps us digest all the food and everything better because we're not stressed. The less stressed we are, the better our digestive system works. And really, you know, our digestive system is everything. So we want the food to take the nutrients out from. And so that just brings me up to our lovely shakes, chocolate, Dutch chocolate, French vanilla. And these are specially made to nourish and feed our gut biome and our central nervous, our digestive systems, so that they're really functioning well. Really yummy shakes too. They're amazing. And inside them, these are also amazing for our moods as well. These are really great for women because they've got a lot of niacin and mushroom and things in them, which is actually a mood enhancer. There's a lot of vitamin D. There's also yucca and some other interesting things, which are prebiotics and fibers to feed our gut health. So they are feeding up all the probiotics in our gut and really conditioning it there. So these are an absolute favorite in my house. I just want to also really good on the run, really good even just mixed with a simple plant milk. They don't need a lot of extra, they're just delicious. One of my faves is just mix it with coconut yogurt. Anyway, I'll just quickly race along. We also have our wonderful fruit and veggie chews. So these are a really good option if you've got kiddies that are really not getting into their veggies, or struggling in some way immunity wise, or just need an extra boost or whatever. These are fantastic for giving us the extra energy, and especially for the kiddies. You know, yeah, they might not eat all their salad, they might not eat all their veggies, but we can cover the bases with some of these as well. And even my big kids in my house get into them. So I've actually had to hide my packets because I left them on the bench and I noticed that these ones were running out really fast. These ones kind of get left behind. So anyway, yeah, even the big kids are eating them. And one thing I'd just really like to share is that on our program, these will go really, really well with it. But we also offer that for any adult that's getting the fruit veggie or fruit veggie berry blend, they can sponsor a child and have the chews or some more caps for free for up to 4 years. So this is a really, really fantastic way of helping yourself, nourishing yourself, and then also sharing the love out with your family a little bit as well. So I'm just going to wrap it up there because I'm just about up. My time's up. So I'm going to pass on to the lovely Emma and let her have a little share too. Thank you.
Hey guys, how are you all? Okay, so I've been a part of the program and the Soul Project since for nearly a year. So on the 10th of June, it's been a year. It's been an epic year, yeah. So when I first started, I was an absolute mess, okay? So I had a daughter who was diagnosed with bipolar when she was 17. She was cutting. She was punching holes in my walls. She was doing all sorts of things, and I had a really rough time with her, and also my mental health wasn't good. I had depression. I'd suffered from depression for years. I was on medication, and I was having panic attacks, minor and major panic attacks. So I was absolutely exhausted. I had chronic fatigue, so I didn't even want to get out of bed sometimes. Looking back, it's amazing, you know, when I look back, I wasn't good. I was getting bladder infections all the time. My doctor would give me antibiotics too, which is just a vicious cycle, really. And so I had a lot of inflammation going on inside my body. I had suffered enough with my health, and I thought that it was time for me to do something for myself. I had been looking after the kids and everyone else for so long, and I decided that I needed to do something for myself. I knew I needed to make a change, and it's been amazing because I don't think I could have come as far as I have. I feel amazing today. The energy that I feel, my hair was falling out even, you know, it's growing back, and my skin was an absolute mess. So I had candida, rosacea, and eczema. I had chronic acne. You wouldn't know now, but yeah, I've come a long way. My daughter is working full time. She doesn't live with me anymore, which is pretty special because I couldn't not let her out of my sight at one stage. So life is a lot different for us today than it was a year ago. That's all I can say. So yeah, it's been not just the products but the program behind it. You know, just making those small steps. I've never been one to be able to do a lot all at once. So just making those small changes. When I first started taking the products, my energy levels, I was able to go for a walk. You know, I was able to just feel in my body and take things one day at a time, and small changes, small steps, and they certainly do add up to a lot. So yeah, I'm really happy with you know, making that decision to be a part of the community. I love you all, and yeah, it's been a pretty cool experience, and I recommend anyone with depression to look at their health and what they're eating, and make some changes. Do it for yourself. So I think that I will pass you over to someone else now. Not sure who.
I think Kieran's next. Shall we pass on to Kieran? Kieran, can you unmute yourself? Is she coming on? Can't hear you.
Who's after Kieran? Max?
Kieran's having trouble with her mute.
I can't mute.
Yeah, she's having trouble with her mute.
Oh, I can hear you, Kieran. Go ahead. Aren't you next?
Yes, I am now. It wasn't
Oh.
unmuting. I couldn't unmute
Okay.
it. Hi guys, sorry about that slight technical malfunction that we had just then. Slightly not being able to hit the button correctly. But back on to the program that we've got going on. Thank you so much, Emma. That was an amazing share. I too would like to share briefly about my journey on the Soul program and the Soul project, sorry. I fell across this program completely by accident approximately 17 months ago now. At the time, I was a zombie. I had experienced losing a child. I was living overseas. I subsequently lost my marriage. So from all of that, completely drained on an emotional, mental, physical level, and didn't really want to get up in the morning because life as I'd known it had ended, and my dreams and my hopes and things had gone right down the drain with it. So what does one do? One comes home. And even though I'm at home and surrounded by family and friends, there was still something obviously missing for me. So like I said, I fell across this amazing program, and what I found was that it's given me back a life. At the time, like I said, tired, didn't sleep well, constantly in my head. I've been an asthmatic sufferer my entire life. So because of all the emotions on every level coming up, my asthma was really severely affecting how life was. And just the whole gamut of things that could go wrong went wrong. So I am thankful to say that now, being on this program, I have found myself again. I have the energy to get up and talk to people, and 17 months ago I wouldn't be here sitting in a seat telling my story. I am able to hang out with my nieces and nephews, and I can actually keep up with them, and there's joy in my life. I am eating a lot better. Obviously you're getting nutrients into your body, as Tammy said, and from that my immune system is freaking exponentially rock solid awesome. I have been through a winter now with no asthma, and that to me is a godsend, because when you do, as an asthmatic, when you worry about that stuff, you're constantly in your head and you worry about where your medicine is and that kind of thing. It's such a freaking relief to not have to worry about any of those aspects anymore with regards to asthma for me. I also used to suffer from migraines, stress-related hormones, that kind of thing. I can officially say I haven't had a migraine headache in about 17 months. So these products and this program has given me back my life. It's enabling me to thrive, and for that I will always be extremely grateful. The bonus is that I get to work with amazing men and women who are on the same journey and really wanting to help people one heart at a time to thrive, succeed, and realize the dreams that we're meant to basically have. So that's my brief little story. Thank you so much for listening. I'm now going to pass you on to the incomparable Maxine.
Okay, can you hear me? Yes? Okay, great. So yeah, I'm Maxine, and we're just going to switch gears a little bit now and talk about the business behind our beautiful program and products. And when I was first introduced to this business, I had been a customer for quite a while. I was already quite a raving fan of the products because I had started massively healing my asthma condition, chronic 30-year asthma condition was healing, my eczema was healing. I was really returning to really good health after a long journey with my daughter being very unwell and reaching quite a low ebb around that. So I was always already sold on the products. The business, not so sold on though initially, to be quite honest with you. And I'm going to share a little bit about the journey of my thinking around the business when it was presented to me. So I guess, you know, I grew up in the 80s and 90s when, you know, a lot of those multi-level marketing businesses were around, and I didn't really have a great impression of them. So I was very skeptical, and so I didn't really jump on the opportunity originally, but then I actually saw that the woman that offered to me, Tanya, was one of my best friends. Beautiful, beautiful spiritual person, someone that I love dearly and really very much respected as well. So I felt I should have a better look at it, and maybe she knew more than I do, and it turned out that she did, because when I looked into it, actually a lot of the prejudices I had really didn't stand up to any kind of logic or any kind of examination. First of all, the idea that you know, there's this kind of pyramid actually made me think of the conventional business that I was working in, and the conventional as a nurse, where there's a CEO at the top and then there's all the nurses at the bottom. That was actually a much less ethical system, because at the bottom there's nowhere to go. I mean, really, you're all really on the same salary. You know, you can't, it's very difficult to work your way up. You have to compete with others to work your way up, and in fact the positions that are available get smaller and smaller as you go up, right? So there's very little opportunity to advance. The other thing that I noticed in a conventional corporate structure is the higher up you go, the less time you have, the less life you have. By the time you're the CEO, you really don't have a life. You're very married to the job. And that was personally not something that I was really interested in. And the other thing that I saw with this style of business, which I really liked about it was very inclusive. Anybody can join. We all start at the same place, you know, and that's not true of most organisations. People really have to vie for a small number of positions. People are quite often overqualified for the roles that they're in. Because of the competition. And what I love about this is it's very collaborative, it's not competitive. We all start at the same place, and depending on how much we work and how much effort we put in, we will be able to advance. So, and the other thing that I also noticed about the conventional corporate structure is a lot of people would actually work their way up, and then there'd be a restructuring, or they'd create lots of redundancy. And those people that have worked so hard and given so many years of their life to that organisation are just out on their ear. That's actually personally happened to a number of my friends in the past couple of years. So, you know, that's another thing that I find very ethical about this business, is that nobody's ever going to kick you out. You work your way up, you earn what you've got, and you get to keep it. You know, it's your own business, and I really, really love that. I feel that it's more secure. It's much more, I think it's, you know, as I've said before, it's something that's very inclusive that anybody can do. And so, you know, I think there's a lot of very talented, very compassionate, very giving people out there in society that just actually can't find work, and they can't find any way of contributing to society. And this is a wonderful vehicle for doing that. So anyway, so once I kind of put it through my my logical brain, it actually really appealed to me, and I jumped on, and very happy that I did. I'm now at the point where I'm empty nesting. My kids are getting older and leaving, and I'm creating a beautiful business which is giving me complete freedom over my life. If I want to travel, if I want to, go hang out with my kids, I can do that. I can basically structure my business around what I want to do with my life, and also, leave a legacy for my children. Lots of wonderful things. So that's my story. And I'm sorry, I don't know who I'm passing to. Karen. Yay, we're getting Karen twice today. We're very lucky tonight.
Hi, boomeranging back, guys. Guess what? I love the product so much. I jumped on the business bandwagon. Yeah, right. Well, first I've got to say, humongous skeptic. Didn't think of myself as an entrepreneur, not one iota. I have come from a family that works 40 hours a week, 40 years of your life for 40% of what you deserve. So when I came across this business, scared, terrified, but my love of the product and my exposure to this amazing community is what, quote unquote, tipped me over the edge in an amazing way. Obviously, I told my story before. You know that I'm single, so I'm a little bit older than most. So what this business opportunity enables me to do is to actually rely on myself. It allows me to be engaged and to not have to worry about the support, financial support of family or friends. It has eliminated my anxiety for my future. It is allowing me to live my dreams where I am able to save for and buy the house that I want. It's allowing me to, I have parents that are older, so I see a future where I can actually spend time with my parents when I want to spend it. I am no longer part of that 9-to-5 grind where you have to ask for time off. You have, when you're sick, you worry about, well, do I really have the time off? Am I going to take a sick day? So this business is giving you freedom pretty much in every aspect of your life. And to have that is an amazing gift and opportunity to live a life that you can design, that you can have those dreams and manifest them into a reality. Financial freedom obviously is huge for me because I don't want to have to rely on anybody. My big thing, like Maxine, I love to travel, and when our borders are all open and the world's turned right way up again, travel will be what is on my list. So the amazing thing about this business opportunity is have a laptop, we'll travel. I'll be having cocktails on the beach while I'm taking care of business. And when I say take care of business, it means that I'm also helping heal people one heart at a time. We are allowing and enabling people to be the best possible versions of themselves. We are giving parents the opportunity to spend time, quality time with their children, to allow them to dream their dreams. And that to me is priceless. So that's my little story. I'm hanging out with really cool people. I'm working on my visions, my dreams, and my business, all with the help of an amazing community, because we all level each other up here. We all held ourselves accountable. We all have the support we need when we have an absolutely crap day, but we keep on going. So thank you for listening to my little tale. I'm now going to hand you back to the amazing Sarah, and she can take it away.
Oh my God, thank you guys. See, this is a fantastic team we've got around us. Absolutely fantastic. I'm stepping in for our camp mother, as I just call her, and we've all just comrade together and got through this. Fantastic. Okay, well, on my part, I'm just going to quickly say that I joined this fantastic opportunity 2 years ago after, well, no, not quite 2 years ago, it feels like that long, after being on the product for 2 weeks. Okay, because at the time I was working a pretty shitty job, if you ask me, being security at a mall, working for an organisation that don't appreciate you and don't support you to better yourself. And the difference of working with these fantastic people is we, as we've all said tonight, we pull each other up, we help each other up when we're feeling down. And I didn't have that in my day job. I was working a lot of nights away from my children, and they're teenagers now, they really need mum around. So it really was a no-brainer. I'm absolutely loving spending those nights at home with my kids. And the future looks fantastic because we're planning more holidays, we're planning time together. And that's the best part about this business. You're able to call life on your terms, and that's what I love about it. So if you have been invited along tonight, or if you are being shown this video at some stage and you have some other questions, please get in touch with the person that has invited you or has sent the video to you. They are more than capable of answering any questions. And on that note, we just hope you all have a very fantastic evening. Thank you very much for coming.